This is your host, Naya Rodriguez of Philly Live and Uncut. I am here with Range the Messenga. He is one of the label executives of the Ring Music Group, and we are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how, how do you feel about being so independent in the music industry? What does that really put artists at an advantage or disadvantage? And what would your recommendation be for independent artists with regards to
It's
doing it alone or
everything. Either way has advantages and disadvantages because you're dealing with different obstacles from either side of the coin. One of the things that it takes to be successful, regardless of whether you're independent or whether you're signed, is it takes a certain amount of work ethic. The thing with being independent is you really have to know the business. You got to know the business anyway, but when you're independent, it's really all on you. And when you're signed to a bigger company and you have that umbrella, then there's a lot of things that you can learn because that company is successful inside the system. So if you're smart, then if you're signed to a major, then what you're doing is just you're really soaking up game while you're signed to that major. And as an independent, like, you got to understand that this is a business. So in any business that you're gonna go into, you got to do the research. Like, if you was gonna start a damn if you was gonna start a food truck, you know what I mean, like, you got to research what's going on with food trucks so that you can figure out like the smartest way to do it. And I think a lot of times, because this is art, people don't think about it as business. They just think about it as talent. So it's like, man, I'm talented. I could sing. I could rap. Like, I'm gonna do music. I'm gonna be independent. And it's like so many misconceptions. So, and I can't even address all of those in an interview. Like, you really gotta be about doing your homework. Like, you gotta be a great student to be an independent artist. To be a successful independent artist, you gotta be a really great student.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how has this journey been for you from the start until now?
That's been long. Um, I'm from Roanoke, Virginia, and that's kind of the middle of nowhere, almost literally like the middle of nowhere. Like, it's 100,000 people, and it's an isolated city. And so for me to get from there to here, uh, a lot of work, a lot of tears, a lot of laughter, a lot of people, and a lot of consistency. You know what I mean? So it's just been a really consistent journey. Um, a lot of it's been a struggle, but I love it. You know what I mean? To be great is something you gotta love it. To be great is something you gotta be willing to sacrifice, and you gotta be willing to, work super hard. And I love it. So I've always sacrificed and I've always worked really hard. So I think the best is yet to come, God willing. But I'm not really a complainer, so I don't really have many complaints, but I'm just happy to be in a position. I'm happy to have the guys and the girl, and I'm happy to have my people around me, the ring, and my mentors, and I'm it's a fortunate situation that I work really hard to be in.
Great. Now, what would you say drives you when it
Purpose,
becomes
purpose,
purpose?
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's a it's a ministry for me. Like, the guys will always hear me say that, and I'm not religious, you know what I mean. But just, I feel like we all were put here for a reason, and I feel like my reason is to help people, and to help people with my gifts. And I have the gift of teaching. I have the gift of understanding people, and I have a gift of music. So, and using all three of those things, uh, that's what I'm trying to do, is just serve my purpose and really make the world a better place. And that sounds cliche, but like, all of my guys will tell you, like, I'm really about that. Like, that's something that I feel like deep in my heart, and I live that every day, just trying to make the world a better place. And Code Gray is kind of an extension of me trying to make the world a better place.
What, if anything, would you say has been your biggest challenge in the music business and the music industry, and how were you able to tackle and overcome those challenges?
That's a great question. I don't know if there's a greatest challenge at all. It's all just hard, right? Um, I guess people would be the greatest challenge. Also, the greatest blessing. You know what I mean? Because the same things that make you laugh make you cry. So I think the greatest challenge is just getting people to understand what this is and what they need to do to excel at it. You know what I mean? Like everybody comes in with a misconception or 10 or 20 and just trying to redirect people to understand like what they really need to be doing, how they really need to be moving and getting past people's egos and getting past people's what's the word I'm looking for? Their egos and their low self esteem. People do a lot of things to make up for low self esteem. You know what I mean? So, just dealing with kind of like the lower ends of human nature make it hard, but dealing with the upside of human nature makes it beautiful. So, it's kind of a catch 22.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, can we tell the people what your role is here? Um,
Yeah, so for the Ring Music Group, I'm an executive. I primarily function in artist development, but I also do songwriting and support in performing. Like sometimes I'll do background things like that for the artists. I also do like vocal arrangements and things like that. So I have a couple of placements for doing that in songwriting. So I wear I wear a few hats. Artistically, I sing and rap, so that kind of makes me valuable in rooms because I can help a rapper, I can help a singer, songwriting and vocal arrangement. There's not a lot of people that can do vocal arrangements. So, I don't want to say I'm a jack of all trades because I'm not, I don't do a million things, but I do a few things and make myself pretty handy doing a few things.
okay, so what can we expect from Cold Gray in the future, the near future, I want to
Ah,
say?
man, you can expect the pursuit of greatness, um, content, records. Cold Gray was meant to be a group, but a conglomerate of artists that could stand alone as solo artists, very akin to what Wu Tang did. So, 2022 was the year of the original figuring it out to put them together. 2023 was the first official year and just kind of getting everybody on the same page. And 2024 is the year of prepping the world for what's about to come. So what is Cold Gray is kind of my campaign right now. I'm just like introducing each member. Um, I would like for each of them to be able to put out, a solo project produced by 808 Ray. Just depends on how hard they work as individuals. I know, you know, we're gonna do EPs, we're gonna do projects, we're gonna do things that feature the individuals as well as the group, and we just gonna push the culture. So just expect to see, young folk chasing greatness, you know what I mean? And we gonna be waving that Cold Gray flag, everywhere we go and just bringing people into the culture and Cold Gray was built for the people. So, we want to be your favorite group. We want to be what you turn on. We want to be your soundtrack for life.
Absolutely. Now, Cold Gray does have merchandise. Let's talk about where
Yeah,
they can
yeah,
purchase
yeah.
their
So
merchandise.
so the merchandise is coming. We got my man Mark uh M Harm and his lady been building shirts and cups and hats and things of the like. And you can actually acquire those things by hitting us up on the Cold Gray IG at Cold Gray Official. And we could let you know what we got, but it's like sweatshirts, t-shirts, cups, hats, like and it's gonna be coming. Like the more we do, the more we do. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Right.
Now, before we go, let everyone know where they can actually find you as well, because you drop words of wisdom on a daily basis, and um, I think that's important for people to be able to tap in and to lock in to get
Right.
some positive information.
Yeah, you can find me at Range the Messenger. That's Range Messenger spelled with GA. One word at Range the Messenger. And yeah, follow me. And if you don't
Okay.
go crazy, I'll probably follow you back.
Okay, so we're not going to let you go that quick.
Okay.
Can we hear some of those vocals?
Shit. Put me on the spot.
Yes, we're putting you on the spot.
Yeah. Mother, there's far too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Check it. Single parent ain't around cause they work late. Other parent ain't around since the birth date. And we wonder if the future's in the worst place. But we don't know how we got here in the first place. Truth hurts, lies paralyzed. People say they want to change, but they scared to try. Tuning in to your radio for tuning out. Shuck and jive with them when they go the cooning route. That's the status quo. We go with a low standard. People scared to ask questions, so it's no answers. And we staying in the same place like broken watches. On street corners with camera with them folk who watch us. Pawns in the game, moss to a flame drawn. Corner the king or get a queen with the same pawn. Now the game's on. We fight till the war's won. Bring light till the dawn comes. Unite till we all one. What's going on?
There we go,
Yeah.
guys. We have just
I
wrapped.
wasn't expecting to have to do that. But you gotta stay ready. One thing that I
Yeah.
teach all my artists, like, you gotta stay ready to go at all times. So that's the thing. She put me on the spot.
Yes, I did. You should have known I was going to do
I wasn't even thinking
that.
about it. That's funny.
Okay, that's the wrap. We have just finished our interview with Range the Messenger.
Thanks for having
You
me.
guys tap in. Thank you. We are wrapped.
Bless up.